Welcome to Fantasy Football Stick of the Blood. Predictions, I guess. I'm gonna do a prediction video. This video, it's a little bit different, format this week. We have a couple videos, and we got to go over last week's scores, and then go into how I think the playoffs are gonna pan out. What I think is gonna happen in each of our games. Obviously, I'm recording this a little late. But I was waiting on some people's. I don't know if they're going to send them to me or not. And then I think one of the coolest parts of the show is I had everybody who is in the playoffs, or tried to, predict their game. I believe Cole predicted all the games. I'll just edit it so it's only his. And then, if you guys want to see the other ones, obviously I could put that in there. But we had a 40-minute runtime in the last video. I don't want to run too long on this one. Sean predicted his game already on my show in the previous episode. And so I won't have that one in there, but hopefully I can get everybody except for the two are Joe Ventus and Joe Romano. Joe Romano just said he would, but is pretending he's busy, and same with Joe Bejo. So without further ado, let's Tony start the music from let's get last week's in, and then we'll go into some playoff predictions. Jake and Bake, start the music. Jake and Bake beats Duke of Berkshire 119-87, showing Sean that I am the best team in the regular season. Beats him for the second time. Sean falls just short of 1390. Joe Ventus ends his losing streak in the Battle of the Joes, 111-87, finally getting a win after 6 straight losses. Birch Lake, Michigan Vice Fleet wins a thriller against Team Bad Patty, putting up a strong 56 points, but gets the win going into the playoffs. Dad Bods beats C-Mac Attack in a game that is meaningless, taking the 2 seed. Elgin putting up a strong, consistent 95 points, beating his son Sean Romano and sending him to 3-10 in the losers bracket. And finally, Cole wins Nate Gate Part 2. Nothing said from Nate, 76-65. All right. Whew. Now we got playoffs. We already had that. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna, I'm gonna do some, my predictions, and then hopefully, just put in everybody else's predictions, and I'll try and do them one at a time, I guess, and then we'll go into theirs. So me versus Birch Lake, Michigan Vice Fleet. Obviously, doing this after Fournette played. I've been saying this for a while now, but I really don't think I'm going to win this game. Obviously it does help that Leonard Fournette didn't get that many points, but I really just don't like my matchups. And, I think that my team's got very strong, really, really strong opponents. And, this week, and I'm not liking them too much. And obviously James Conner being out against Oakland hurts me a little bit. And he's got Roethlisberger going against Oakland. So, this definitely hurts my team. And he's got Michael Thomas going against Tampa Bay, who I think is due. I'm taking Uncle Pat. And, I guess, there's not much I can do. But hopefully I'll see myself in the next round. And I think I've said this before in my previous video. But, you want to hear, what Uncle Pat thinks. I'll send it over to him.
Yo! Owners, it's playoff time! It's Vice Fleet here with my rapping rhyme. I play Mr. Jake, and I won't forsake. ESPN predicts Jake to win. In reality, it's the fish triumphant again. My name this year is Birch Lake Vice Fleet, and I will win come rain, snow, or sleet. I'm the senior member, I can't deny. But if I lose to the Jakester, I'm gonna die. Some of you will celebrate Advent. My defense celebrates Prevent. It's true, Jake and Bake has McCombs at QB, Vice Fleet has Big Ben, and after the game, I'll be singing with glee. La, 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 la. Now, all that rapping has been fun, but look out, boys, Leonard Fournette's back on the run. Good luck.
Now we got Elgin versus Bulletin Board Material. I think my dad's going to win this game. I think that my dad's team also is going to be in the championship. I'm predicting a finals of my dad, and I will show you. I'll predict who else. I think. Actually, I already predict. No, I'll say it next. And so I think my dad's going to win this game. I think Cole's team's a little done. Obviously, Corey Davis. And you want to see something that really hurts. You look at 53 points on the bench. I think that's an all-time high for this year. And that's obviously hurts Cole and could have given him the advantage. But I think my dad's taking it this week. So we'll now send it to Cole for his prediction of his game. And then my dad. And then, we'll go on from there.
All right, what's up? So this is my part of the video for the fantasy football video this week. So I don't know if there's going to be another one, but I'm just going to get right into it. Okay, for the first game of the winners bracket, it is Elgin and me. So I think, let's see. Rams, Jared Goff. So, high points of my team: Christian McCaffrey. Bears defense: Odell Beckham Jr. High points of his team: Jared Goff, Zeke Elliott. Rams defense. And I don't know. I'm going to go with Elgin on this one because, I don't know, I just think he has I just think he's going to come through on this game, honestly.
Here's my prediction. Heads, I win. Tails, Cole will win. I guess I'll win.
All right, we're now Joe Ventus versus Duke of Berkshire. Obviously, Joe's not going to send me his because he's a scumbag and doesn't like to participate because he thinks he's too cool for it. And Sean predicted himself in this game, but this is going to be tough. Like we said, it comes down to how Breeze and Kamara and Ingram split up the scoring. I like Sean's team better. I like his. I think they got some matchups. I think that Joe's team has been relying pretty heavily on Breeze and Kamara all year, and I think that Sean is that other piece of the championship. I think it's going to be my dad and Sean in the championship. So I'm taking Sean here and sending Joe Ventus home without a championship once again. Finally, we do have Dad Bods versus Joe Romano. Joe, I don't think he's going to send me a video, but we will send it to Tony. Tony, I love you. I do, but I think that if Melvin Gordon plays, especially so, but even without it, I think Joe Romano's team's a little bit better. Obviously, we talked about Tony's team not scoring too much and also not being scored much against. That might come to fruition. Obviously, he's got Brown against Oakland, and Peyton Barber's been strong. Isaiah Crowell's probably due. Humphreys is strong as a big pickup, and I'm going to take. But I like Joe Romano's roster a little bit better here, and I think I'm going to take that. But real quick, we will send it to my producer Tony, and then after that pretty much concludes this week for me. So we will see you next week.
Hey Jake, this is your FTTB show producer, Tony Calvis, reporting to you live. Here are my predictions for what I think is going to be the outcome of Scottsdale Dad Bods versus Public Enemy this week, first week of the playoffs. This is going to be a really tough week, not going to lie. Public Enemy did really well in the waivers, and now he has a really solid team. Picked up a running back I really wanted, but now he's built out a really great team. So I'm a little worried about that. However, every time I've been projected lower going into any particular game, I've somehow been able to come out ahead. So I'm hoping that same logic follows this week. For playoffs, I think I have to stick with my team. You know, so the Scottsdale Dad Bods, I'm a company man. That's the way that I'm going to go. However, don't take my word for it. Let's talk to the real expert. Baby Thomas, who do you think's going to win this week? Scottsdale? There you have it. Bod's your uncle, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Thanks, Jake. This is Scottsdale Dad Bods signing off.
Next with Vice Fleet and Jake. So high points of Vice Fleet, Leonard Fournette, Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, and then high points of Jake, Patrick Mahomes, Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, Stephon Diggs. Wow. Okay, Jake, honestly. Easily Jake. Then next we got Juventus and Duke of Berkshire. So high points of his team: Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, high points of Juventus: Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, I'm gonna say Travis Kelce. Yeah, Travis Kelce. And Philip Lindsay has had a decent season. It's actually a pretty good season. And then high points of Duke of Berkshire, DeAndre Hopkins, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, so I'm going with Juventus. Even though he's had 6 losses in a row, besides the 1 winning streak he has, and Duke of Berkshire has a losing streak. Okay, next. For playoffs. Public Enemy number 1 and Scottsdale Dad Bods. Okay. So, high points of Public Enemy number 1, Julio Jones, Tyreek Hill, Jared Cook. Yeah. And then Scottsdale Dad Bods, high points. I don't know if I want to say Tom Brady or not. That's a questionable. Antonio Brown, Zach Ertz. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Scottsdale Dad Bods. And then on to the consolation ladder. C-Mac and Sean Romano. We got, for C-Mac, we got Frank Gore, high point. No, not high point. Never mind. Rob Gronkowski. Cam Newton, and T.Y. Hilton. And then for Sean Romano, we got Aaron Rodgers, Adrian Peterson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Robert Woods, and Browns are decent. So I'm gonna go with I'm going with Sean Romano on this one. And then for the second game of the consolation ladder, Team Bad Patty and Yogurt Merch. Team Bad Patty has a losing streak of 8 and Yogurt Merch has a losing streak of 3. High points of Team Bad Patty. David Johnson. Let's see. Jimmy Graham. Sorry about the piano if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it though. Nathan's playing. Chiefs defense. And Steven Groskowski. We got for high points of Yogurt Merch. Matt Ryan. Joe Mixon. James White. Let's see. Tyler Boyd-ish. Greg Olsen. I don't even know, Nathan, if you're even watching this, you need to take Greg Olsen out. Not the Packers. Justin Tucker, kicker. Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Yogurt Merch, because Team Bad Patty hasn't had a very good season, and although anything can happen, I just think Nathan's gonna win. Alright, so I think that wraps it up. I wish you all the best of luck. Best of luck, and back to you, Jake.